can't speak or spell worth a shit. So anyway, on the way here, I was thinking about something, because it's really cold out. You guys all know this. It's really fucking cold out. Well, I started thinking about this more and more. Do you guys ever notice when you exhale, you can see your breath, you know, like that?
Yeah.
Do you ever wonder if that happens when you fart, too? It's like following a car, and you know when they hit the accelerator, you see all the smoke come out of the tailpipe? I just wondered that. I don't know fucking why. I mean, it happens behind you, so you'll never know. It's just like, oh, fuck, I missed it. So anyway, make some noise. How many proud parents do we have in the crowd tonight? All three of you. How many people with no kids? Just wait. I got a kid. He's a little bit older now. Yeah, that's right, I respawned, and he doesn't look anything like me, lucky ass. Kid's blessed. He won't get nearly as many fights as I have. Win some, lose some. But anyway, for those of you that don't have kids, let me give you a little bit of advice. Kids will embarrass your ass. You just wait till that day comes. I introduced my kid to my boss one time, or I should say former boss. And the first thing that comes out of his mouth, I'm like, son, this is my boss. And he's like, Dad, isn't that the guy you say looks like a cracked out ferret? Let's sing the song, Dad, come on. Seriously, kids will embarrass you, man. I lived in Atlanta for a while there, and we went to the North Georgia Fair. You want to talk about a bunch of rednecks, man. Look, I'm white as hell, but these people were like, rednecks, dude. And, well, my girlfriend's family at the time wanted to go see Charlie Daniels. They were rednecks, too. But anyway, so as we're walking out of the fair, okay, we're walking out of the fair. My kid's about 5 years old. He's a little tired, so I was carrying him out, you know, and we see all these mounted sheriff's deputies. You know, they're on horses. And it was really cute, because he was like, what's this horse's name? What's this horse's name? And they're like, oh, they're giving him the names Red and whatever else the fuck the name was. And he's like, it was really cute, because they gave him a picture of all of them, you know, Cobb County Mounted Sheriff's Department and whatever. And then it was a really tender moment until he said the next sentence. He's like, me and my dad watch Cops. The cops are like, really? And he's like, yeah, you guys always are all like, get on the ground, stop resisting. Seriously. And then the cops are dying, they're laughing their ass off, and he's just like, and you know what the bad guy says? What'd I do, man? I didn't do nothing. I was just running because I was scared. Sounds like a couple relatives of mine. You'll find them in Cicero. Just go down Roosevelt. They don't look anything like me. This is the time of the year I commit crimes. I've never got arrested. I just dive into snow. They never find me. But yeah, back to the kids. So a year later, we're walking to school. You know, I'm walking him to school. And he just got back from a visit from his mother's house. Trust me, I'll get to her some other time. Got a lot to say. Got to save some material, though. Got to other shows. Anyway, so we're walking, and he says, Mom's boyfriend's back in jail. All right? And, you know, I was like, well, I don't like the fucker anyway, so good. Let him go fucking jail. Well, anyway, so he says, yeah, he's back in jail. I was like, what do you think he's doing right now? He looked straight at me, a 6-year-old kid. I did not teach him this, I swear. And he goes, he's in there with Bubba. Stopped me dead in my tracks. I'm like, what do you know about Bubba? We all know the urban legend, don't we? Yeah, he's this big dude with muscles, and he runs the prison, and he'll beat you up if you don't do what he says. And I'm like, what does he say? And he pushed me. He stopped for a second. He shoved me, and he's like, don't let me catch you standing up when you pee. You sit down and pee. Give me your motherfucking lunch. He didn't say motherfucking, I would have slapped him. What the fuck is wrong with you? Stop your fucking swearing. Nah. So that's one of the other moments in my life The other thing is he had to talk about his experience with weather in school. And they were talking about hurricanes and tropical storms. And he was talking about how when he was in a tropical storm, he was in Tropical Storm Charlie, which was once Hurricane Charlie, which hit Florida. Came up to Atlanta, it was a tropical storm, just a lot of rain and wind. And he tells all his classmates in school that his dad ordered a pizza right in the middle of the storm. Domino's was the only place that delivered. The poor bastard. The road was flooded. He had to get out and walk up the hill to my house. And I'm like, 30 minutes or it's free, huh? You took 37? Give me the free pizza there, Storm Boy. I gave him a $20 tip. Actually, no, my tip was don't eat yellow snow. Yeah, and he tells the whole school this shit. And I gotta go to the parent-teacher conference. The first thing she does when she sees me is just goes, yeah. Other things that he's done, for some reason he likes to keep track of the girlfriends I dated. And I ask him, how many girls are mad at me? And he'll name them. I'm not gonna say any names because I don't want to get sued. He's like, one girl's mad at you because you keep changing your number. Mom's mad at you because mom's always mad at you. And your last girlfriend left you because you wouldn't share a pizza with her. Did you guys know when she got angry, she looked like Gollum from Lord of the Rings? Like her facial expression, she didn't straight out look like Gollum. I know my standards are low, but no, she didn't look like Gollum. She just made his facial expression. So when she got pissed at me, I was always just like, I didn't share a pizza with us. No, precious group. It was kind of crazy. You know, so he keeps track of that. The funniest thing he ever did, though, we were swimming at the pool at the Park District, and I didn't want to climb up the ladder, you know, and I'm swimming with no shirt on, so he gets out of the pool, I hoist myself up over the edge and flop onto the tile, and I start wiggling out like this, you know, and my kid's like, wow, Dad, and I'm like, what? And he's like, you straight up look like an elephant seal. He's like, I got the sudden urge to throw you a fish. Yeah, Crocodile Hunter showed up. He was still around back then. He's like, crikey, look, a rare albino walrus. Look at all the fat he's got on him. He's got no tusk. He must be a new species. I'm going to go, look how much fat he's got on him. This would keep him warm. And naturally, like all animals that he messed with, I got pissed off. I started flopping after him. He fucking mocked me. He was like, you never catch me, mate. I'm a land animal. Oh, man. Oh, man, I missed that guy. That guy was awesome. He wore the UPS pants, which made him even cooler. I was like, I used to work for UPS, dude. I never saw you there at the Addison hub. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Pretty fun. Kids say the weirdest things. Another time I was watching Ice Road Truckers, and I asked my kid, I says, hey, do you think I could be an ice road trucker? And my kid says, no, Dad, you can't. And I'm like, why? He's like, because you have too much back fat and you'll fall through the ice. Seriously, I got a homework assignment for everyone in this room. Try to work in the phrase back fat in something that you say this week to somebody. I don't give a shit if it's at the water cooler or anything else. I am going to end with one thing. Some people, I don't know who's good in baseball or who people like in baseball. How many Cubs fans do we have? Sorry for you. How many Sox fans do we have? So sorry. Anyway, last thing I'll say about my kid. My mother takes him to work, meets his boss. Or meets her boss. Her boss is a diehard Cub fan. I mean, when the Sox won the World Series, he made them take the shit down. That's how personally he took it. She tells my son, because he sees him wearing Bears stuff, he says, are you a Bears fan? He says, yeah, Bears and Sox. And this guy goes, well, you know what we call Sox fans here, right? Losers. And my son didn't sell out. I love him for this. He was like, he looked at this man. This is a grown man. My kid's maybe 8. And he's like, don't be mad at me, because the last time your team won was 4 years before the Titanic sunk. And with that, I have to say goodnight. I'm Dave Gibbons. Thank you.